Hi, this is Tutor Nick B, and this is Lesson 41. Today we're going to look at the difference between a piece and a piece as a single word. If there's a mistake, usually it's in writing, and usually somebody is just using a piece, which is most common, as two separate words, when they should be using a piece as a single word. But let's go over it. So remember, we have a lot of uses of piece too, so we're kind of going to cover that. Let's look at number one, a part of something that is broken off, or a slice, slab, or strip of something. So those are three different types of pieces. I'll explain those as we go along. We also use it for an individual artwork, such as a painting, a sculpture, song, poem, etc., as well as an article in a newspaper, magazine, etc. So we use piece for a lot of things. Okay, so let's look at some of our examples. Number one, we say a piece of that statue broke off. All right, now this is, of course, the normal piece, so it's two words. Okay, let's look at number two. I ate 3 pieces or slices of pizza. Remember if we talk about a slice is a flat piece of food cut from something else. You have a piece of bread, a piece of pizza, a piece of cake. We could use that too. But even if it's a piece of cake, anytime it's a piece, it still has to be kind of a flat piece, not too thick, from something else. So we say that. So here we use pieces in the sense of like slices, which is more like a thinner piece. Okay, let's look at the next one. Give me a piece, or you can also use slice for cake, or a slab. Slab is a thick piece, a large piece of food. Yeah, give me a slab. So somebody wants a nice big piece of cake, or a slab of meat. We sometimes say that, if you're in a buffet and they're actually cutting up some, steak or some other big piece of meat. We say a slab, meaning you want a thick piece, want a large piece. Okay, let's look at number 4. I'll have another piece, or sometimes we use piece in the sense of like a strip of bacon. Strip here, basically, we have down here, a piece that is longer than it is wide, used for paper, cloth, grass, gum. We say a strip of gum, or a bacon. So it's usually like long and narrow, kind of like rectangular. We often say a piece. So we say, so we could either say a piece of bacon, we could say a strip of bacon. We could say a strip of gum. Remember, we also say comic strip, in the newspaper where they got 3 or 4 boxes connected together. That's a strip because it's like long and narrow. So we could use piece in the sense of like a strip. Okay, good. And then we have another example down here. That sculpture was a beautiful piece. This is like piece as far as artwork is concerned. So I covered a lot of the regular use of piece, even though you see we do use it in many different ways. All right, let's look at a piece, which could cause the problem, where somebody might be writing a piece separately when they should be writing this single word, a piece. All right, so a piece basically means for each one, or just simply each. A lot of times when we're asking the price of something, so that's like the first example. You might say, how much are those apples? They say, those apples are $1 a piece. Yeah, those pairs of gloves are $5 a piece, meaning each set or each individual one, that's what the cost is. So we often use it when we're asking about prices. Sometimes it's even written in a sign. Okay, so if you do write in a sign, make sure you write the right way. Write it a piece as a single word. If you are going to do that, don't separate it as a piece as 2 words. All right, we also use it in the same sense as, here we can say Bob and James had 3 hot dogs apiece. So this is not in relation to cost. This means they each ate 3 hot dogs. Bob ate 3 hot dogs, and James had 3 hot dogs. So each one of them had 3 hot dogs. So Bob and James had 3 hot dogs apiece. Again, this is single word, apiece. Okay, so I hope that clarifies it. So apiece is the normal one. That's the common one. And remember, Apiece is a single word, means for each one or each. Okay, thank you for your time.